Yo, yes indeed. January 1st, 2026 is your boy Darland in the building. Yes, sir. How y'all feeling today? How y'all feeling this New Year's Day? You know what I'm saying? It's been a lot of mess going on already, man. Whoa. Man, shout out to my boy Day Day for having the first crash out of the. Yeah, I'm gonna be having him on the Messy Williams show soon, y'all. So, man, a lot of things coming already. You know what I'm saying? The mess just comes to me at times. So, but how y'all feeling, man? How was y'all New Year's Eve? You feel me? Did y'all kick it last night? Y'all just waking up? You hung over, heads hurt. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do this again. You already lying to yourself. Yes, once again, man. So talk with Dot. We have a interview tonight. We have a guest coming on, Stacy Grant. She is from Missouri. Shout out to my girl Shalonda for passing me the ball on this one. Yeah, just checking in with y'all. How y'all feeling though, man? Y'all checking out them college games, you know what I'm saying? College got a whole like mini Super Bowl going on, you know what I'm saying? Gotta beat these people just to get to these people. Yeah, man. I'm glad y'all could join in today. Glad y'all can join in and see what's going on. And it's like soon as they see I'm going live, now people messing with me. But how y'all doing, man? Checking in. But my New Year's, it started off a little wacky, but I'm here, so we ain't even gonna complain about what it could have been. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's how we're gonna keep stepping. You feel me? I told you, I'm not letting nothing stop me on the goals that I got. You feel me? Even you know what I'm saying? I ain't say it's gonna be no hurdles. It's gonna be this or that, but man, we gotta know how to navigate through it, y'all. You feel me? That's just how it's gotta be, and it's how it's gotta stay. You feel me? I'm gonna tap my girl LaShawn in real quick before we get into the business. How you doing, First Lady?
What's happening, Mr. Dot?
Man, doing all right, man. How you feeling?
Man, I'm glad to be here another year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 2026, man. I remember when the 2000s came, they thought we weren't gonna be here this long. You feel me?
Man, but you know what they say though?
Yeah.
It ain't over till the big man sing.
Yeah. Man, he ain't even tuning up for me. You feel me?
Hey, my daddy used to tell me, he said, I'd be like, Daddy, what happened? What's wrong with you? He said, Baby, I ain't going nowhere. He said, Devil don't want me and God ain't ready for me.
Right. Said he gonna be here for a while, huh? Heard that. Man, so got your girl Stacy coming on, man. Can you give us a little background about Stacy?
Well, actually, we both from Carruthersville, Missouri, but I think she residing in Tennessee now.
Oh, okay.
Everybody, you might want to tune in to this one because she's gonna be offering jobs, work from home jobs in the insurance industry.
And
Offers tra-
Danfield needs that.
off she offering they offering paid training, licenses
For that people from Illinois will be able to work with her.
all over the United States.
Oh, okay. Shit, let me get that link as well. Shit.
Got to pass a background check.
Oh, man, here we go. You're supposed to start it off with that, Shonda. Do they hire felons? No. Okay. Okay.
But it's a nice opportunity. It's different types of insurance that they train you in,
Uh huh.
and she
Yeah.
recruited.
Just ain't car insurance, life insurance, dog insurance. They got insurance for everything
Mm-hmm.
now. You feel me?
Yep. But also, she is my family. She's my cousin.
Right. Okay.
And We both from Carruthersville, but the girl is very, very, very smart. Right now, she still holds the #1 track record in the Carruthersville High School since 1992.
Dang, she don't play no games, huh?
None. You hear me?
You ran track too?
Hell no. Yeah, getting
Oh,
home, running back home, trying to get back in that window before I get caught out and snuck out.
right. You was a bad girl.
Shit, mama wouldn't let me go outside, so none of us couldn't go outside. I had to sneak outside. Shit.
Right. How is life down there in Carruthersville?
Man, it just depends on where you was growing up, how your parents was. Mine, actually, my stepdad was the one that carried us through. He was a police officer. So,
Uh-huh.
but she was like, man, whew, she had it hard, man. She had it hard.
You talking about Stacy?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, okay then, man. But some
I mean,
stories got to be told.
it's inspiring because most folks go through things that everybody don't handle situations the same.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They life gives them situations and they don't know how to handle it. They end up giving up and just throwing their whole life away.
Right.
But after y'all listen to this girl, she didn't do that, which she should have. She could have.
Okay, well we appreciate everybody tuning in, man. We got Stacy Graham will be coming soon. And like my girl LaShonda said, man, just listen up. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's looking for a job, we all need extra money. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no felonies, and maybe you like to work from home, you know what I'm saying? Might be opportunity for you, man. So right now we're gonna go ahead and get Stacy in the building.
Hello.
Hello, Stacy. How you doing? How you doing?
Blessed
Appreciate
and
that.
highly favored.
We've been going back and forth through messages, but now it's got they put a face with it, man. How you doing
Exactly.
today? You doing all right?
Yes, I'm blessed. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm blessed as well. You know what I'm saying? Another year starting off, you know what I'm saying? We all here, you know what I'm saying? So we're here for a reason. Just got to make the best of it, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. If he didn't have a purpose for us, he wouldn't leave us around. So we
Exactly. You
got
know
to
what
be
I'm
here
saying?
to fulfill that purpose.
Yeah, in the best way that we can, hopefully.
Exactly.
So how you doing today?
Hanging in there. Been working my business prior to getting on to here and a little bit excited because I've got me a couple of more business partners today and making some business moves, some money moves.
Oh, man.
Go ahead, send me a couple dollars.
Cha-ching. Yes, cha-ching. What was your before we get into the interview, Stacy, would you like to share so how did you come into 2026? Would you my goals this year going to be this, or you just like going with the flow of life?
I'm just going with the flow of life. Those goals and those resolutions, those are traditions. And in order for us to start having something for ourselves, we got to let go of some of those traditions.
Right.
Traditionally, we've been doing the same things year after year after year after year, and it's gotten us the same results. So this year wasn't about resolutions. It wasn't about any of that. It's just taking the world by storm.
Yeah, I like to take on that. I like to. I'm gonna go with the flow type of dude myself. You know what I'm saying, and try to make the best of each situation that comes upon me. So yeah, doing the same things that people showed us gets us the same thing. Like you said, we got to break that chain and make your own way. You feel me?
That's
Yeah.
it.
Man, hope y'all paying attention. She popping game already in the dough. So, you know. So how long you and LaShonda, y'all cousins, y'all grew up with each other?
Yes.
Y'all was
First
y'all
cousin.
tight family growing up?
Yes, we were.
Right. Oh, okay. So what that mean? Your dad and her daddy, cousins, brothers.
My dad and her mom, my brother and sister.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. That's what's up. That's what's up.
And they were like night and
How
day.
how was how was it going?
They were
Right,
like night and day. Her mom was totally
Man,
different
I'm
than my
telling you.
dad.
I'm
right,
telling you, boy.
She was strict and a disciplinarian as well, but there were other attributes about her that was different from my father's. He, on the other hand, he was more abusive, physically abusive. None of that old crazy kind of abusiveness, but he was physically and mentally, verbally abusive. Um,
right,
he was an addict. He had addictions. He was an alcoholic. He was a crack addict. And not only was he one, after my mom suffered some of those beatings from him during the domestic violence portion, she joined the gang. You know, she got on board with him. She also became
right,
an alcoholic and a crack addict. So I was the oldest of
right,
6 kids, and so I had to become mom, dad, big sister. You know, everybody quickly
right,
because I had little brothers that I had to take care of.
Hmm.
right. So
I'm telling
we're gonna go ahead and start the interview. I see we don't have a lot to get into, but you know what I'm saying. I'm here for it. So you from Carruthersville, Missouri, right?
Yes, born and raised. I lived there till about 21 years ago. I moved to Dyersburg, Tennessee 21 years ago, and just 30 minutes away from where I was born and raised gave me an opportunity to be somebody in life versus being in Carruthersville. Too smart for that
Right.
town.
that part.
So as you was giving us some insight to your dad and stuff, so with your childhood, was it was it some good highlights through it?
There were good highlights, but they came from other people that were in our lives, such as my aunt, my godmother, my cousin, those kind of people. And those are the kind of people that help to mold and motivate me to become better than my environment. Just because you're born into something doesn't mean you have to be that person. You can always change your trajectory. You don't have to become a statistic.
So as I'm gonna ask you a question about your mom, as our relationship was growing up. So was she like a loving mother even before like so as long as you can
In the
remember it
younger
was like
in the younger years, that relationship was there, that bond was there. But once you become an addict, it's not that you don't love your children or you don't love your family. It's just that the addiction is more important than
right,
those
that's
people.
Hmm.
right.
Yeah.
And so I never
So
doubted that she loved us. She just didn't know how to show us anymore. And then with finances being the way that they were, they didn't have the means financially to show us. They weren't present
right,
to show us. It's just common knowledge because parents are supposed to love their kids, you know.
Yeah,
right.
you
So
know
with
what? Though? Hey, I don't mean to cut y'all off, but let me tell you something. Stacy, tell them how you went to school, about your school years,
What do you mean?
your grades. How did you maintain your grades at school?
My dad, even though he was an addict and the person that he was, he set the bar high when it came to education. He did not play. I had to go to school and I had to bring home the best grades possible. And once I showed him I knew how to make A's, I couldn't bring anything less than an A in the house. A
right,
C would get me murdered. A B, that's punishment. A minus, what's wrong with you? Where's the A? You know, so it was the
right,
fear of my dad. You know, even though I was already smart enough to do it, it's I knew better not than to not do it. I knew to always come with my best A game, quote unquote.
right,
Otherwise, it was going to be some problems because he knew I could do it, and that's what he expected of me.
How
right.
you ever brought anything less than an A in house?
An A minus.
They got you in trouble?
Yes,
Oh,
yes. An A minus got me in trouble. Yeah, I was a nerd in school. I ranked number seven out of class of 119. My rank should have been higher, but before me were the doctors, the lawyers, the school teachers' children. So you know you can't do nothing about that but fall in place, especially
right,
from a small town like ours with diversity. So I was number seven out of 119. Every year I was who's who among America's high school students. Um, Honor society, honor roll, you name it. And as it was with education, and I was there. I was part of it.
Man.
I tutored children during school. I got paid to tutor elementary kids while I was going to school. Like Shalonda said, I set the track record in high school in 1992, and it's still standing strong today. I ran the 2 mile run in a man's time. And there has not been an exceptional female like myself to come through and take it down.
Congratulations on that, though. For real, though, Stacy. So, do you think? So, with that, with those accomplishments that you was making during the turmoil you was going through at home, what inspired you? I know you said about the daddy, but what was your real like other inspiration than my dad being disappointed? What was the driving you to like, man, I know I can do better, so I can make better?
Wanting to have more, wanting to be somebody different, wanting to be better than what my parents were, wanting to be somebody who was somebody, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah, it does make sense. You know what I'm saying? I want to do better, so I got to do better.
That's
Yeah.
it. And even
You
in the
ain't
midst of that, I cheated myself. I should have been somewhere in college with initials at the end of my name. I should have been Dr., Doctoress, and Mrs. Doctoress and all that good stuff. But because I had younger siblings still at home when I graduated school, I chose not to go to college. I chose to get my baby siblings, the two of them, and raise them and take care of them because there was an issue with the parenting, with mom and dad. So I didn't want to go off anywhere and leave them behind, not knowing what was going to happen to them. So I didn't go to college at that time. I did in later years, but when I should have, I didn't.
But to touch on
so
a touchy subject though, Stacy, what happened to you? What reason you dropped out of school in 12th grade, right?
I didn't drop out, but I did quit for several months. And when I quit for several months, the school didn't have any compassion. And so they didn't let me walk the stage. But I didn't need Carruthersville High School to let me walk the stage because I have a diploma, not a GED. I have a diploma anyways. So
What happened?
I lost my baby in 1994. She was 3 months old. She died of SIDS. And that caused me to have a mental breakdown. I didn't want to be around people. I couldn't leave my house. I was really going through it. So as a result, school suffered. And when school suffered, like I said, they didn't allow me to walk the stage because of me missing so many days. And so when I got back to my senses, like in 96, I went to GED classes. I was going to go through the GED process, but I went through the classes 1 month. I went and took the test the next month. And the third month, I was getting my notification in the mail saying that I scored so high on the GED test that they were giving me an Arkansas high school diploma, that I wasn't getting a GED. So I have an Arkansas high school diploma. I don't have a GED.
Right. Wow, that's what's up. So with losing your child to SIDS, what was how did you get through that?
I didn't. And it's something that losing a child is something that you never get through. It was, I used to get physically sick around birthdays and the day that she passed away, the day that we buried her, and things like that. And as the years went on, it became more bearable. And I'd say about 28 years later, I was able to talk about it and think about it without breaking down or going through those emotions. But come to find out that it took that long for me to get through because God was preparing me for something else that he had me to go through. Because my daughter, my oldest daughter, she was 28 years old, and I lost her in August of 21 to COVID. So all of those years that I was dealing with my baby girl, he was preparing me to have to deal with this part of life. Because not only did I lose her, I lost her and I gained her sons. They look like her. Then it's a constant reminder every day of why I have them, simply because I lost her. So like it changed my life tremendously, and it put a lot of emotional burdens on me. But having dealt with that first loss sort of helps me to navigate now. It doesn't make it easy, but it makes it easier. It doesn't make it bearable, but I know what to expect, So he was just building me up for this one.
Did did that loss with your daughter, your older daughter, did that cause you to have to question God?
At first I did, but because I'm a believer and I go to church every Sunday if my health permits. But we go to church every Sunday. I've been doing this on my Christian journey since 2013. So I know better. I know who he is. I know what he stands for and that he has a reason for everything. But at first, when it first happened, yes, that was my initial response because I'm human at the end of the day. So it was like, why me? You did it before. Why did I have to go through it again? And
Yeah,
why
she
now?
really
Because I was with her
good.
longer than I was with anybody else. And, and she was like, she was the perfect child. If, you don't
Yeah,
want them to
she
take
was.
anybody away, but out of all the children, why take her? You
Right.
just have all of this stuff, all of these thoughts and all of these things just going through your head. But at the end of the day, he had a reason, he has a purpose, and even though we don't know it, we just have to accept it and move on the best that we
Right.
can. And that's what
Right.
I've been doing. And he knew what he was doing. He gave me those kids. He gave me those grandbabies to look after because he was saving me. If he hadn't have given me those kids to take care of, there's no telling where I would be, what I'd be doing, if I would even still be here, even be able to do this interview. So he places things in our lives to benefit us. We just have to know what that benefit factor is. So
So Stacy, since you gained these kids, is that what promoted? How was your work life after this? What?
I was working when this happened. Um, I was an empty nester. All my children were grown and gone. I was about to live my life. I was ready to do me. I had started doing me. But yeah, it's like, well, wow, no more children because I've been that person. I've taken care of my children, my mama's children, my sister's children. Anytime a family member gets in trouble with their children to keep them from going to the state, I've always been that person to stick my neck out, get in other folks' business. You know what I'm saying? So it was like time for me to just enjoy me. And so, but I was working, saving my money up and, you know, getting ready to just live my life. And it's happening. When my baby passed away, she didn't have any life insurance. And so all of my savings went to take care of her final expenses, which made it a little difficult to start raising these boys with no money because their daddy left 9 months after she passed away. Their dad just went MIA on them. Still has yet to hear from him. He has not called or anything, not once since he left that day in 22. Then the following month after the dad left, their pawpaw passed away. So it was just death after death after death, loss after loss after loss.
He was.
So I had no one to babysit. I didn't have anything, it was just me. And so I eventually ended up losing my job. But we still had a source of income because while I was working, I was also receiving Social Security, but that's not enough for anybody. I've been an overachiever, an overexceller, so that wasn't enough. I've got to find a way to compensate what's not there. So this opportunity came, which is what Shalonda was talking about, my business. This opportunity came for me to partner with a company that's in financial services. And we have 9 streams of income under one roof. We don't just do life insurance, though. We do an assortment of things. But that business has been keeping us afloat, has been keeping the bills paid, has been keeping the kids clothed and fed. We don't get food stamps. We don't get anything from the government. They don't give us their insurance. But outside of that, I've been a one-woman show for the past 4 years. Going on 5 August will be 5 years that we've been doing this.
So what type of with your grandkids, what type of conversations do you have with them to keep them pressing on, dealing with all their losses?
She has 3 kids. She has a 13-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 6-year-old, and they were 8, 4, or getting ready to turn, or had just turned 4, and 1 when she left us. The 1-year-old, the baby, he's autistic and nonverbal, so we don't really conversate um, a lot about things because he doesn't, talk about things. So we just try to handle the basics with him. The 7-year-old, he is a genius himself. That's Reverend Urkel. Uh, he's very smart and just nerdy as all outdoors, but he's also very emotional. So he's had to go through grief counseling because of the situation. The grief counseling has helped him. And the way that I help him with it is that God had some work for her to do. And, God is more important than anybody. Whatever God wants, God gets. And so God had some work for her to do. So he had to come get her so she could work for him. But she's also watching over us every day so that she can be there for us as well. And that if we're good to others and we're good to ourselves and we love God, then we're going to get up there where she's at one day also. So that's his goal in life. You can't curse around him. You can't listen to no rap music around him. You can't do none of that. He going to tell you about yourself. He's like, huh? That's not a God. He's like, I want to listen to my God music, but he's on a mission. He's on a mission to get to heaven where his mom is. So
Amen.
if I don't get anything else out of this, that'll be my satisfaction when I leave this earth. I know out of all of them, he's gonna be that one he's gonna succeed and he's gonna make it there where she's at. The oldest one, he's more withdrawn. He doesn't like to talk. He doesn't talk. So we still have yet to talk, and I can bring it up, or we can go to the cemetery to commemorate her on certain days. He doesn't want to go, and so I just fall back and just wait. I'm waiting for him to come to me so that we can address that. But for right now, I've just left him alone. But the middle one, he wants to know, and we have this thing. I love butterflies, and when she passed away and I went to the room to see her, I told her that I know she's going to come around because of her children being around me. But I want to know that you're around me. I don't want anything spooky. Don't come knocking anything off the shelf or any odors or nothing. I want to know personally that it's you. So I requested that when you come to visit us, I want you to come in the form of a butterfly because, as you know, I love butterflies. And so we've moved twice since she's passed away. And each place that we move to, the same if it's not the same butterfly, it has several twins because this butterfly just comes around us all the time, every summer. It's the same pattern, the same color, the same everything. So, but he knows that she's around him because of the butterfly. So,
wow,
That's what's up.
man. So when you take them to church, how they like it?
The little one, he doesn't like to be anywhere but home. But as long as I give him his tablet, he's okay. One day we walked in and he started praising, and it shocked everybody. But the middle one, he loves church. He likes his music. He tells people he listens to his God music. He doesn't listen to rap and all that other stuff. He likes to listen to his God music. So that's why I call him Reverend Urkel.
How many kids do you have, Stacy? I know.
How many?
Yeah.
How many do I have?
Yeah.
Living and deceased, I have 5. I have 2 deceased and 3 living.
So how's your relationship with your other kids?
My baby boy is sort of rocky. He's bullheaded and think he's right about everything, and I'm old fashioned and you ain't right about nothing, so we butt heads a lot. And my oldest son, he's more like his dad. He loves family, but family is not where he'd rather be. He likes to venture off and go do his own thing. And my baby girl, she's just a diva. So you how you have to handle them. One minute they love you, the next minute they hate you. So
real pretty little girl too.
But through it all, you got God around you, so everything's gonna be all right.
That's it. That's what I hold on to. That's all that I operate in faith on a daily basis. So without that, I don't have anything.
I see you also. You on the NAACP, you and the NAACP secretary. How did you manage? What's that?
Yes, ma'am. The NAACP here in Dyer County, our branch is 5586B, and I am the secretary. That's the Association for Advancement of Colored People. And that's what we do. We're an organization. We get together. We try to make things better for the community. Um, if there's something that goes wrong that we are able to address, we get down to the business.
Is it a lot of racial tension down there in Dyersburg?
I wouldn't say a lot, but there it is here. I was victim of it myself. When you want to live good, you live around a different kind of people.
Right.
Meaning you don't live around us. And so I was living around the different kind of people, and I'm just trying to be politically correct. I don't want to be
It's
as
all
wrong as
good.
they were.
That's all good.
I, I
You can say white people on here though. You good?
cautious.
Well, we live around the white people, and
Right.
the last place we lived at around the white people, he we got my lawn guy was there, and he wouldn't listen to the white man like he wanted him to, and so he got upset, and he was started hurling the N word across the street, real
Yeah.
strong, and the lawn guy started hurling the N word back to him, and so that pissed him off, and he went in the house and got his rifle and came back outside and aimed it at us ends,
Right.
and and threatened us ends. And the loan guy said, "It's okay. I'm on the phone with the cops." And they told him that they were on their way. And so when he told the guy he was on the phone with the cops, he turned around and did his gun like that and fired a round off in the ground and went back in the house.
Right.
And tried not to let the cops get in once they did make it here. But
What?
that, yes. And it carried on for about a year in court. And in November, they finally sentenced him, quote unquote. They just gave him some
I see
probation,
it.
community service, racial bias classes, um, anger management, just a whole lot of stuff that
Everybody
they
want to
threw
be
at him.
honest.
But
Is he still? I mean, he's still in the neighborhood.
yes, he is. And we requested that he go do his community service in our little black organizations such as the
Yeah.
Bruce Community Center, so that he gets to work around a lot of N words. So that
Right. Deal with it.
yes.
Yeah. That's what's up. So how did So I hear that you're also a licensed braider, correct?
Yes. I've been doing hair ever since I was a little girl. In order to supplement the lack of that we had at home, I would braid the little lady across the street hair while I was plaiting at that time. And the
Right.
plaiting turned into the braiding, but I would go plait the little old lady's hair for a couple of dollars and go plait this person's hair for a couple of dollars. And I learned how to braid, and I started braiding hair for money. And that's just my side hustle. I use that when I need to earn some quick extra
Right.
cash, but I just have that on my under my belt. I rather
So
not
you don't
use
be
it.
booking appointments and stuff, huh?
I rather do my insurance. I can get anywhere from $250 and up from 30 minutes to 45 minutes of my time. If the
Right.
brace and hair is gonna take some hours, and I'm not even gonna make $200. So yeah,
Okay. So
I
with
just
the
have
speaking of the insurance, right? How did
yes.
this come about for you?
With my daughter's situation, and me losing my job. Like I was praying to God for something, because I didn't have the support I needed with the kids. And so someone reached out to me and told me they knew how smart I was, and like if I got something in front of me, how I would stick it out and all that good stuff. And so they coerced me into getting in the business. And it has, once I got in the business and learned how to be a business owner and learned about the business, it gave me my why for the business. Yeah, we are out there to make money, you know what I'm saying? But our mission is to help families become debt free, financially independent, and properly protected. And
Right.
so knowing those things, and it's things that we didn't learn growing up in school, which we should have, but we were cheated out of that. But learning those things and knowing, living my life since my daughter passed away with these kids, not having the finances, but knowing that if she had have had life insurance, even if I did lose my job, it would have still been okay because she would have left money behind to take care of
Right.
those children. So now it's become a passion of mine to try to make sure that families have that protection in place, because none of us know the day nor the hour. Just because we're young doesn't mean we're not going to pass away. Some
Right.
some freak accident can happen that can take us away from our families. So it's a passion of mine to make sure that families have the coverage that they need. And it's not for us, it's for those that we're going to be leaving behind, such as our children who are dependent on our income. All kids aren't going to have a grandmother like me. All kids aren't going to have a grandfather like me. They're not going to be go-getters, or they're not going to want to go through the struggle from raising somebody else's children. But as parents, if we put those things in place, then we'll sort of help alleviate some of those issues when it comes to leaving our children behind. And one of the things that really concerns me, because me being in the moment at times, children can be somewhat nerve-wracking, and they can be somewhat trying on your nerves and your disciplining. And you get someone that's having to deal with that aspect of it, and having to deal with the fact that they don't have enough, they're lacking this and lacking that. That can lead to some abuse and mistreatment of those children, simply because they don't have what they need, because of that adult doesn't know how to handle what's going on. And it
Right.
could lead to those children being abused or neglected, or let out in the streets, hence where we have our 13 and 14-year-olds doing shootings and robberies, because somebody didn't have enough for that kid, and as a result that kid had to go out there and get it the best way he knew how. And I want to go after families and sort of help us bring money back into our Black communities, help us to curb some of that. Not that money is going to stop all the violence, but it'll make a difference, because that's the reason a lot of them get in trouble, is because they don't have what they need. So if we were able to bring money back into Black communities, then it would sort of help curb some of that violence from our younger generation.
So
Yeah.
with the insurance thing, what type isn't there a type of insurance that you sell that upon depending on how long you have it, it accumulates?
You're speaking of whole life, and whole life is a ripoff. We don't knock anybody that does it. Whatever you do, that's what you do. But whole life itself is a ripoff. We sell term life. We teach people to buy term and invest the difference, meaning keeping your investments separate from your life insurance. Because what happens is, with whole life, you get it because they tell you have this cash account that comes with this policy. So you get that whole life thinking that it's just that simple. Well, it takes 1 to 5 years before any money even builds up in that account. And then while that money's building up, you're still making your payments, but those payments are going to pay the overhead fees, the commission fees for the insurance agent, and all that good stuff. So let's fast forward to 5 years. You may have a few dollars in that account. That money is only building up at a 1 to 4% interest rate. That's why it's taking so long for some money to get there. So then what happens is, you get that money because it's there, you need it, you're in a tough spot. But instead of you just getting that money, you have to borrow that money. And that doesn't make sense. I'm paying for this account, paying for this policy because this account comes with it. So why am I borrowing my own money? And that's not the only catch, because when we borrow money, what do we pay money back with? Interest. So you're borrowing your own money and you're paying interest back on your money that you just borrowed. And the interest that you pay back, they make you pay it back at a 6 to 8% interest rate, which is 2 or 3 times what they let your money build up for you. They only builds up at a 1 to 4% interest rate, but you pay back at a 6 to 8% interest rate. So it's like they're triple taxing you just for the little bit of money that you get. And if you don't pay that money back before when you're supposed to, that money it compounds interest every year until it's paid off. And then if you don't pay it off before you pass away, they take it off the top of your death benefits. And then you don't even know what you left for your family, if anything. There's been some cases where we've heard they've only left a person a little over $1,000 in their insurance policy because of them messing around with that cash account that's associated with whole life. Now, let's say you don't borrow that money and you just let it sit there and it grows up. Say it grows up to $30,000, and that's what's sitting there when you pass away. You would think your family's supposed to get that $30,000 and your death benefit because you didn't get it, right?
They
You
take it.
you don't, but you don't. They keep it, and the reason they keep it is because that cash value is considered a living benefit. Only a living person can get that cash value because
Damn.
you have to borrow it. A dead man can't borrow money. So you've set up
Right.
here, you build up this $30,000 in this account just for the insurance company to keep.
And the term insurance do what?
You buy term and you invest the difference. The term insurance is just strictly that it's affordable. It's you don't have anything attached to it. It's just straight insurance. Some people think that just because it says term, that once your term is up, your insurance is up. That's not the case. Your term ends, but you can roll your terms over, and you roll your terms over without all of the medical. With my company, you roll it over without having medical exams and all that good stuff, all because you already had the insurance. As long as you roll over before it lapses, you don't have to go through all of that extra stuff. You still have coverage. So that's where the misconstruction is about term. But a lot of people don't get it because it says term and they think it's only for a certain amount of years. And that's not the case. It can be renewed. But with that, with our term life insurance, it has several different riders to it. But the three that we like to talk about is our terminal illness rider, which states that if you get a terminal illness diagnosis while you're covered with us, our company lets the insured person get up to 70% of their death benefits before they pass away, so they can spend the money the way they want to spend it versus leaving it behind for somebody else. We
Damn.
also have a child rider. Our child rider says that if you have more than one child, you only pay for one child. You can add up to 15 children for free on the company. You only pay for that one child. And if anything happens to the adult that's on the policy with these children before they turn 25, we continue to pay for the children's policies until they turn 25 and are in a position and in the right mindset to take over things like that and handle those things on their own. What else do we have? The increasing benefit rider, which states that after so long, the company will automatically give you 10% of what you originally started with. So say you started with 30,000, they'll give you 3,000. So you'll have 33,000. You might just end up paying $1 and some change extra, but you get that increase of that extra $3,000 in coverage. And it's very affordable. Health and age makes a difference no matter what company you go through. So the younger you are and the healthier you are is the better time to get it. But just because you're not young and healthy doesn't mean for you not to get any coverage, because it's better to pay that amount monthly versus waiting until something happens and trying to come up with thousands of dollars at one time. So
what's the most coverage you've been able to get a elderly person?
An elderly person, the most I've gotten them is $55,000. But that person also had a lot of health issues too. And that makes a difference. A lot of people, once we write the quote, do the coverage on them, because when we feel like it's gonna kick back, we do what's called the COD. We don't take you all the way through the process as if you're gonna get it. We do a COD. That way, if they rate you and it goes up or whatever, you have the say so of to whether or not you want to continue on with getting that coverage. So we send them through COD. And so a lot of them, once they come back from the COD, then they refuse to move forward because it's a little too high for them. But the health is what causes that to be the issue.
Okay, so
And to see how affordable it is, the other day I got a mother of 6. She got $300,000 worth of coverage on herself. And each one of those 6 kids got $25,000 worth of coverage, and she only pays $74 a month. I got a 21-year-old $100,000 worth of coverage, and she pays $21 a month.
Okay.
Now what's the name of your insurance company?
Primerica.
Right. So it's in Illinois, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's if you're from Illinois, you should be well aware of Primerica. That's my headquarters. Our headquarters for the Midwest region is in Chicago.
Yeah.
A lady by the name of Mika Saunders is what got the big boost up there in Chicago. she used to be a model, a nurse, and all this good stuff. And she fired the hospital, and she fired her husband was a doctor. She fired the hospital for her husband, and they're making almost $2 million a year. So if you're in Chicago, I'm surprised nobody snagged you up already, Mr. Dot. I'm glad they didn't know. They left you for me. So let's get it.
No, I was gonna say, in Illinois, right? Um, if you're on probation or in prison, why you can't qualify for life insurance?
Because
Or
you're living a risky lifestyle. Life insurance, like anything else, is a business, and they have to. You're more of a liability versus an asset. If you go to jail, jail is a rough place. So that's one of the reasons why they're reluctant to give coverage for individuals that's in jail.
right.
And what Shalonda said a little while ago, that you got to have a clear background. We do want clear backgrounds, but some backgrounds we still let them ride. So don't let that hold you up either. Just depends on what it is, especially if it wasn't money related. We've let some drug dealers slide through there too.
Okay, y'all hear that now, right? So you can hustle this insurance now, y'all. So with the what is how was it a way for people to get a hold of you that's in Illinois that may want to work for your company from home?
My phone number, I'm on Facebook. I have an email address. I can be DM'd. I no longer have Instagram. Instagram gets everything shut down. They're real sensitive. So I let my Instagram go, but I am on TikTok as well.
Okay. So basically, just shoot you a message to your messenger.
You could do a DM, and I don't mind giving my phone number out. It's a business number, so my phone number is 901.
So what's the process? What's the process of getting hired and going through all that to get the job?
And that's the thing. Like, there are no special requirements. There are no special requirements, just besides the fact of being 18 and older. And like I said, we prefer clear background, but some things we still let go through. What happened? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Go ahead.
Rhonda said she couldn't hear me. Oh. But yeah, the process is that you don't have to have any special requirement. We do training. We give you all the information you need to be able to work the business. And it's not a traditional job. So I don't want people to run away thinking that it's not a traditional job. It's a 1099. It's you building something for yourself, but not having to have all of the overheads and the costs that opening a business requires. The company covers all of that. You're coming into the business up under the company's overhead, but you're still building your own business. If it's something you're interested in, we would sit down. I would go over a presentation with you. Once I go over the presentation with you, we would get you in the system to get you started. You would get handed over to a field trainer who would get you started in 48 hours, trying to get you making money as soon as possible. The company puts you in a position to get your life insurance licenses, your mortgage licenses, and your investment licenses. The company pays for those licenses and they pay for the training. And so that would be the process. You would come in and we would get you started. Life insurance is usually the first stop to get you in and get you licensed, because I think it's one of the most easiest areas, and also one of the areas where you can start really making money. And we work with a sense of urgency when it comes to life insurance, because there are a lot of people out there that don't have it. You wouldn't realize the amount of people that do not have life insurance coverage. And so that's what we move with, a sense of urgency. We're trying to insure the world. So, but that would be the process. We would bring you in, get your training started, and get you started making money. And in here, it's levels too. It's different levels to the business. We're always promoting. We're always recognizing. The company puts stuff on the table for you to win, like trips to different places. One of my business partners, she just won a trip to Marcos Islands. I didn't, but she did. But they put trips on the table like that for you, and like 5 diamond dining. I didn't know about Five Diamond. I just knew about Five Star. But there's something
Right.
called Five Diamond when you go to these luxury hotels and restaurants and stuff. But and since I went into this business, I've learned things like that. I've been able to be a part of things like that. It puts us on a different playing field. It evens us up with our counterparts. So
Okay. Okay. I like that you reaching out and you're presenting opportunity for people, man. I'm quite sure you will be getting some DMs about this. Prime America, if you need to reach out, her name is Stacy Grant. She is hiring for insurance agents, work from home. Try to have a clear background, but some stuff they might let through. So with this, so do you believe in this opportunity that was given to you? You like the job?
yes, sir, I do wholeheartedly. I've seen too much to not believe in it. It's like I've come too far to turn around. And it is what it says it is.
I've
Um, we've
I've
been put on a
I've
go.
seen you taking a lot of them trips that they've been seeing y'all taking y'all along. How you like that?
It gives a different level of excitement. Once I get over the fear of having left the kids with somebody else, then I soak in everything that's going on and being in the room with people that look like us, y'all, but really making money. Like we think we do good because we make what we make on our jobs and our bills are paid. But it's about being in a room with people that's making more than enough money to pay your bills, my bills, their bills, and everybody else's bills, and still got excess left over. um it's being in the
Oh,
room with those kind of people, and it lets you know that it's possible, that the opportunity is there. It's just about you putting yourself into the opportunity. So it's a good feeling because I didn't know black people live like that, and I'm just being honest. Coming from where we come from, it's like you only see there's a certain level of achievement. They're the supervisor in the unemployment office, or they're the head secretary in the school office or something, but
First
they're
of all,
not.
let me tell you something. Don't go there with me.
Ain't nobody talking about you. I said where we're from. You're not where we're from. I'm talking about the counterparts, seeing the way that they are. It's like it just puts you in a different mindset. Like you can see yourself making this kind of money.
Yeah.
A couple of our coaches in the business, they just bought them a compound, y'all. They brought a compound. They didn't buy a mansion. They brought a compound. 6 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, 3-story swimming pool. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? It's that kind of living that you set yourself up for when you come on this side and do what it is that Primerica does. And that's what's held my attention. That's what's held my drive. That's what's held my motivation, because I got to give my grandsons a forever home. I have to get them a forever bank account. Mom's not here to leave them anything behind. So at my old age, I got to do it, and I got to do it fast. So having my hands on this opportunity sort of, it sort of lessens the odds against me and greater the odds for me. So that's why I'm sticking to it like I am, because it's very lucrative. You have to assert yourself to
pop your shit, Stacy. I hear you. Congratulations on every accomplishment you made. But I got one question before we get up out of here. What has been your biggest accomplishment?
My biggest accomplishment. I can't say that there would be one that would just stand out. Mr. Dot, I would have to say that my biggest accomplishment is taking all of my small accomplishments and including them to create who I am today. You know what I'm saying? Because I've done so much. I've overcame all odds against me. I worked in the hospitals, the doctor's offices, like the NAACP, coming from drug addicted parents. You in the what? I'm in the NAACP. It's just I've done so much. I put my hands and my feet on so many different things, and it's not over yet. I'm not limiting myself to things that I can do. I want to accomplish all that I can before I leave this world, because I cheated myself out of so much by taking on the responsibilities that weren't mine. So now I want to go for everything that I can get before God decides to take me up out of here. I
So
want to.
Stacy, you also said, didn't you say that you were writing a book?
Yes, ma'am, I am. I'm with the collaboration of women. It's an anthology, and we all have our book inside of this big book. And mine is titled Loss, Grief, but God. And sometimes we think that loss just means death, but that's not the case. And that's why my title is what it is, because you lose your identity, you lose your mental sacredcy, you can lose so many different things. It just doesn't have to be a physical death for you to lose in life. And so, yeah, that's what it is. Life, loss, grief, but God.
Life, grief,
What's the
God.
name of the whole book?
It's anthology. It's called the
Oh,
anthology.
oh. Is
Yes.
that out for purchase or just mobile
Not
book?
we haven't put it out yet. It's just we're working on it. It's in the
Oh,
motions.
okay.
Yeah.
What how did you feel about that when they asked you to put something in the book?
I felt honored. There's a pastor. She's the author that brought all of us smaller authors into collaboration together. And so for her to be an author and to think to include me in it, and want my story and the things that I've gone through in life to be included in it, it meant a lot to me. So that means like whenever you're doubting yourself, somebody else is watching you. So always be the best version of you that you can be. Never know where it lands you at. So
Yeah.
Really appreciate you coming on here, telling us a little bit about your story. I know you have a story that really has no ending, you know what I'm saying, because you're still shining, you're still going. And I just really appreciate you coming on here. I know this was like a maybe I should, maybe I don't, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And I hope that I was grateful for you for coming. You don't regret it. So
So, Stacy, if you got something, if you had to leave, when you leave here, what's the words you can leave here for everybody that's going through something in life and think that the worst is the end?
the title of my book, Lost, Grief, but God. We can lose all of these things. We can grieve over the things that we do not have. But at the end of the day, if we don't have God, none of it matters anyways. So what does it profit a man to gain the world but lose his soul? So, what are we after? Soul salvation, after all this material stuff. If we seek him, he's going to give us all of those things. Those things should be added unto us. So
right. No
Okay.
worries.
each one reach one and teach one. So that's my goal. That's always been my mission. I set myself in a position to learn something new every day. And when I learn something, I like to pass it on to somebody else.
All right.
Now where they can find you at again, Stacy Grant?
I'm on Facebook. I'm on TikTok. Was that Facebook Messenger? You can hit me up on my number 901-801-0021. My email for those that like to email is stacyrgrant@gmail.com. I mean, I'm just everywhere.
And what's the name of the website that you can go log in and do your application for the insurance?
We do a presentation, so you would have to come through me, and we do a visual presentation, so you're able to see it at
Okay.
that time. So
Okay.
yes, ma'am, you have to come. Let me know that you're interested, and then we go over this. I can send you a Zoom link, and you see all of our credentials, all of our accreditations, and all of that good stuff.
And they can do
And
this
then
through text message, email, and messenger.
yes, ma'am. I also have a business email, but it's just the same as my personal email, so you can just use my personal email. But yeah.
All right.
Man, appreciate you again, Stacy Grant. Man, I see that you got it going on. That's the way life should be. Always learning, always going. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
Can't nothing stop you but you. And that's my
That's
motto.
it. You do not have to be a victim of circumstance. You do not have to be a product of your environment.
Amen.
At all. At all. Hope you have a good night, Stacy. I
You do the
appreciate
same,
you.
Mr. Dot. Thank you, First Lady. You all have a happy new year, and anybody that's listening, y'all have a happy new year. This year, make a decision to do something that's going to bring about change, real change, not those resolutions and those traditional changes. Change your life for real.
Right. Tell them. Thank you again, Stacy. You have a good night.
All right. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Hey, thanks, Yolanda. That was a good interview, man. You know what I'm saying, man? I appreciate the people that tapped in. You know what I'm saying? I already know, man. If y'all looking for a gig, man, hit up Stacy Grant, man. She can help y'all out, man. Work from home. Y'all lazy anyway, man. You
And
know what I'm saying?
paid training, paid license, paid
Right.
everything.
Right. And then you
That's
see
what you
the
went to.
extras that they giving for the life insurance. You feel me?
You hear me?
Like that's decent. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I don't want to die, but you know what I'm saying, man. Like
We all
at
gonna
least
die. You know we gonna die.
right. Yeah, so I mean, like at least you know,
But
your
here all
people
this
are.
time I'm thinking that other insurance was the best insurance to have.
Yeah, that's what the white man be preaching the whole life insurance.
I'm thinking the
Bogus as
whole life
hell.
insurance is the best insurance to have.
Yeah, but I remember me and my mom, we had went to go get me some insurance, right? Man, it was like, oh man, you can't get it, man. You just got out of jail. You on parole. I'm like, damn. Yeah, so that's why I asked that question. So man, it is legit. You feel me? So man, it's like, man, it's really like having felonies, being on probation, man. They try to stop you from, you know what
I
I'm
didn't
saying, having
know
life
that.
insurance to get buried, right? You feel me?
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's crazy. And you heard what she said, man. Jail's dangerous. You feel me? They don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Why are we insuring you when something can happen to you? You feel me?
Right, right. When you in a place that's known going to happen to you.
Right,
That's why they ask you with this accident, was it caused due to something that could have been avoided? They ain't finna pay
right.
your.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
Remember, they had that. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers used to try to run into people because they know they get some money, but they stopped all that
heck yeah.
because the insurance company was losing out. They ain't in it to lose. You feel me?
Nope.
It's like basically okay, like
And it be the same people that be doing it though.
yeah, but with insurance, you basically paying your own shit. You just putting it up. You feel me? And
Yep.
that you get some extra zoning for your people. You know what I'm saying? But they really don't want to lose out. You feel me? That's why like with insurance companies in your car and shit, yeah, we'll pay you, but now your premium's gonna go up. You feel me? They gotta make that back. You feel me?
Yep.
We really just be looking at the lump sum that we getting at one time. You feel
Yep.
me? And then, you know what I'm saying? It's all like a little scam and shit, but you know what I'm saying? At least with hers, man, it felt like it was a good opportunity with it. You feel me?
Yep.
You know what
That's
I'm saying?
insurance, right? That's a different type of employment right there. Because
Yeah.
these ain't no, you don't never hear about insurance companies paying for you to get your insurance, your licenses and stuff.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because they know that this one thing that's gonna keep happening. People gonna keep dying.
Yep.
You feel me?
Yep.
People gonna be keep getting sick. They gonna need insurance and all that. You feel me? See, a lot of them companies, if you're already sick, they ain't gonna insure you
Nope. That's why they
because
ask you a question.
yeah, you already on the timeline, boss. You feel
If
me?
they don't ask you them questions, you best know your insurance is gonna be high as hell.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because it's like shit. We don't. You know how they be like on the TV? It'd be like with no doctor's appointment, just call. You feel
Right.
me?
You know, and
Yeah,
see, Donald Trump done made it so the insurance has been finna be fucked up anyway for health. So
yeah,
if you ain't got health insurance, your health finna be deteriorated like a motherfucker.
yeah. And now they got it to where like like say like you get hurt at your job, right? It's like 10,000 a thumb. So now it ain't no more of that mental anguish pain that you can sue for to get them
Oh
extra
hell
bands.
yeah. You know you can though. You know you don't have to do the workman's comp. You can file a work injury.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You
Uh,
don't have to do the workman's comp. You can file a work injury, a personal work injury, and get paid.
oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. More power to them, man.
The only difference is it's pros and cons to it. So you know what I'm saying? You got to
Yeah,
decide what you want to do. You want to get paid while you waiting for this to get done, or you want
yeah,
to do a whole lawsuit, wait on a goddamn year or two to get paid.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that working comp, even if you is suing them, believe me, they taking all that money that they've been giving you out.
Well, see here, that's the thing with workman's comp. If you get your workman's comp and you qualify for Social Security disability at the end, whatever you got from workman's comp, they're gonna take it back
Right,
because workman's comp is considered earned income.
right,
So if you get approved for your Social Security disability, you didn't earn this amount of money. So they know whatever you got approved for, they taking that what you got in workman's comp out your Social Security.
right. Yeah, off top, out that lump you get.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Man, it's crazy.
So it's
Man, how you feeling going into the new year though, Shalonda?
I'm ready to go back to work, man.
You up there hitting them shot after shot, saying everything all right?
Nah, this some juice.
Oh, my fault, my fault. Let me
No,
stop being.
no, no, no. That's just the juice. That's
Oh,
that Snapple fruit punch, man. Fire.
oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, that's what
Happy
that is.
New Year, Unc. Yeah. So how you feel about your New Year though?
Well, it's gonna be good, Mike. I got another job. I start Monday. I'll be working 2 jobs starting next week.
In the same type of job or a different type of job?
No, I'm be I work for the district in the morning in the first thing in the morning, but then I'm be at the Boys and Girls Club in the evening.
Oh, okay, okay. Yelling at them badass kids and stuff. I got
I ain't
you.
yelling at nobody, kids, man.
Right. What you gonna be like a little monitor?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. I
yeah.
feel it.
Yelling
Yeah.
don't get you nowhere, man.
That's gonna help. That's gonna help. You know what I'm saying? Meet people and more stuff too. You feel me?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You might find one of them, one of them baby daddies in there for you while
I
you
don't want
working.
nobody baby daddy in
Come
there.
to get one, come to get one of his kids. You feel me? Are you new here? Oh man,
I don't
yeah,
want
but man,
nobody baby daddy because I don't want nobody baby mama acting up.
and I feel you.
Because I'm going to beat him and her up.
You can't be doing that working around them kids now, Shalon.
Exactly. So that's why you got to refrain from all the drama.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. Got to be professional.
Anything you want to say to the people before you get up out of here, Shalonda?
Man, everybody enjoy the rest of your year. Stay safe. Do the right thing and get your faith up. We even the sinners got a prayer. We ain't perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. Just do what's right, man. That's all you got to do.
In the best way that you see it's right, y'all. You feel me?
Right. And I ain't the help. None of that.
Right. Bad girl, Shalonda, man. Oh man, we appreciate y'all watching, man. Shalonda gonna get up out of here, man. I'm gonna get on your nerves for a couple more minutes, man.
All right.
Shalonda, you have a good night.
All right.
Yo, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. First show of 2026, man. You already know, man. I gave myself 6 months in this game, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like my 7th month, so man, you know what I'm saying? Seeing is believing, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta rework your goals, you feel me? You reach one goal, you attach to that same goal and make it a better goal, you feel me? Shout out to my nephew Huggy. Make sure y'all got that Goya, you feel me? Make sure y'all get y'all, you feel me? Selling out quick, you know what I'm saying? He got beanies too, man, you know what I'm saying? On the road to greatness, you feel me? Sometimes it is what it is. What's in you gonna stay in you, it's gonna come out of you, you feel me? So man, hope y'all 2026 been starting off all right, you feel me? It's a lot of things that's gonna go on in 26. A lot of things unseen, not known, you feel me? But we just gotta keep striving, keep going, keep progressing, you feel me? Everything ain't always gonna glitter and gold, you feel me? Everything we think might be right, could be wrong, you feel me? But the thing is, you got the heart to make mistakes, you feel me? Don't be no bitch ass nigga always waiting on the sideline, waiting for something to come to you, feel me? Don't be no scary ass bitch that need to get out there and get your money, you feel me? You brave, you do this, you do that, you do that, let it be known, you feel me? Stop holding your talents in, you feel me? Stop not letting people know what you can do, you feel me? It's in life, man, you gotta navigate. In life, you gotta politic. In life, you gotta be able to meet people. In life, you gotta be able to say hi to people, you feel me? In life, you gotta be able to conversate in a way that can get you to the bag, you feel me? Stop blocking these doors. Stop blocking your blessings, you feel me? Stop underestimating who you is. I appreciate y'all love.
Yeah, steady fucking the real money, like damn, what the fuck is you doing with me? I ain't even gotta show him a dime, I pop out fresh, I'm still influencing. Come on, the feds in the city is getting raw.